Here, you think I guys look like Sergeant Parker like in this in my hat? Probably not. My name is Joe Van Ginkel, and I'm making this video on November 30th, 2012, about 2 weeks, maybe a week, 2 weeks before the end of my favorite television show, Flashpoint. Just saying a lot since I'm the game show man. But the main reason I'm making this video is because I wanted to drink a toast to you guys. Actually, I want to drink a toast to a lot of people here, so what I probably should do here, get my favorite brew open here. I'm only going to get one shot at this because I don't usually drink more than one beer. Get in there. I like dark beer. Uh-oh. Oh, boy. My cup runs over. Oh, boy. Ain't that just one of those things when it rains, it pours? Actually, funny thing is, it's raining right now. I don't know if you can hear it. The raindrops are sort of colliding on the roof here. So let me see if I can get this all into the glass without spilling any of it. Oh, boy. I guess I'm going to have to let that sit for a few minutes. I remember 5 years ago, actually it's still 4 years ago, as it was 2008, that I heard the concept for this show, and I thought it was going to be the most bleak, depressing thing ever. The show, of course, is all about the human cost of heroism. You hear about that, and it sounds so depressing. It sounds like people just wanting to commit suicide or something, you know? Well, mind you, we've sort of seen that over the last 5 years. The emotional scars that our favorite heroes have endured in dealing with all these different situations that all the show's writers, who I'm sure my fellow fans have to compliment the show's writers on doing such a phenomenal job for the last 5 years, not only making such a compelling show, but making it true to life. I remember hearing about this show and just thinking, I can't watch this. It's going to be all depressing. But not long after, I found an auction for this script, the show's pilot, Scorpio. And I got all the signatures of everybody who was working on it, and I read through it, and I finally decided to take a look at it, and I downloaded it from iTunes, the pilot, and I've been a fan ever since. And I have to tell you that I am just blown away. Just blown away. I can't believe that the show has turned out so well, and that it has been so successful, not only here in the United States, but around the world, and especially in its native of Canada. And I'm just incredibly proud to be part of its fan community. And so as the show winds down, let me see if I can get the rest of the beer into the thing. I just poured this like way too hard, but I guess I can sort of deal with it. So I want to send this shout out and this beer to, first of all the folks who made that show, who made the show, Flashpoint, Bill Mostos, and to Anne-Marie LaTraverse. I'm sorry, Anne-Marie, for screwing up your name. And, of course, Mark Ellis and Stephanie Morgenstern. I especially want to thank Mark for being so accessible via Twitter these 5 years, and just being nice to me. And I want to congratulate them on their successful baby, and if that baby being the show. And if their next show is as well written and well made, I'm sure it will do it just as well. I also want to congratulate the show's cast, Hugh Dillon and Sergio DeZio, David Petco. I always want to call him David Petco, but that's probably not how you pronounce his name. And Enrico Colantoni and Michael Cram and Mark Taylor, who got blown up. You had to blow the poor guy up, didn't you? Oh well, but it's One More Wrong Turn, of course, is one of the show's most popular and best episodes. So I imagine he went out pretty well. And Oleneki, oh man, I'm just having a terrible time pronouncing people's names here. And of course, the person who's I'm the biggest fan of all, whose name attracted me to the project in the first place, Amy Jo Johnson, who I am most proud of for making such tremendous progress as a performer over the last 5 years. And I'm just blown away by everybody's performances over the last 5 years, and I want to congratulate them and wish them well on their future projects. But I also want to send a shout out to Flashpoint Team 1. That's the official Facebook page. Both the people who propagate that page, particularly the Sarge, Mary Drury, John Arnold, Talita Heckert, Mary Catherine Headley, who else here? Kate Evans with her countdowns. I can't think what that. Angelo, the guy who did all the photo montages for the last few years, and especially Sharon Mustos, who ran the page for these last 4 or 5 years. It has been tremendous just being part of that page and talking to all you guys and being part of this such a tight-knit community. I'm going to miss talking to you guys about the show, but I'm sure we'll find something else to talk about because you guys are wonderful folks and wonderful friends. And then there is one last very important shout out, and that is to the people who inspired the show in the first place. The Toronto Police Service Emergency Task Force, the actual inspiration for the show. Jim Bremer, the former ETF officer whose adventures sort of inspired the show, and to the rest of the first responders around the world, both in Canada and here in the United States and around the world, in the police department and the fire departments around the world, and all just who have to do with this stuff on a daily basis, and whose pain we will never know. We can sort of share in the character's pain in this program, but we will never know what they really truly go through unless we talk to them and unless we hear from them. We thank you and we honor you for your sacrifice, not only in the field but also the sacrifice of your families and just your lives in general to make sure that we are safe. We thank you. I guess we'll get the rest of the beer in here. And so, a toast to you all, and thank you. See you later.